English Talk Show. Learn English through real conversations.
Hey everyone, welcome to the English Talk Show podcast. I'm Peter, and I'm super excited you're here.
And I'm Erica. We're so happy you joined us today. If you're looking to improve your English with real, everyday conversations, you're in the right place.
Absolutely. Here on English Talk Show, we talk about real situations, real emotions, and real English. No boring textbooks here.
Yep, we truly believe that learning English through conversations makes it stick. You hear how people really speak, and that's powerful.
We want to invite you to subscribe to the podcast and leave a comment telling us where in the world you're listening from. We love hearing from our global family.
Seriously, we read every single one. And in the next episode, we'll give a shout out to people from the comments. So don't be shy.
Speaking of shout-outs, let's start now. Big hello and warm greetings to @Masfreshemengish8882 from Ethiopia. Thanks for being part of this journey.
Yes, sending you lots of love and motivation from here. Keep showing up, keep practicing. You're doing amazing.
So, Erica, today we're talking about something that sounds simple but is so powerful. Consistency, especially in learning English.
Consistency is one of those silent superpowers, right? It doesn't get all the praise like motivation or talent, but it's everything.
It really is. Hey, if you want to download today's key points, we've made a simple PDF summary. You'll find the link in the description. I think people underestimate how powerful it is to just show up every day, even for 5 minutes.
Totally agree. And the funny thing is, people wait for motivation, but motivation is like the Wi-Fi in the desert. Unreliable and frustrating.
That's such a good image. You wouldn't wait for Wi-Fi in the desert to send an email, right? You'd find another way. Same with habits.
Exactly. And that's where routines come in. When you build a system, you don't need to think so much. You just do it, like brushing your teeth.
I love that example. No one wakes up thinking, should I brush my teeth today? You just do it. It's part of who you are.
And that's the goal with English too. Not, should I study today, but this is what I do. I practice English every day, even if it's small.
I usually tell my students, don't aim for perfect, aim for present. Just be there, even on the days when you're tired or busy.
And sometimes those tired days are the most powerful, because when you show up tired, you're building a new version of yourself.
Yes, you stop seeing yourself as someone who tries to learn English and start seeing yourself as someone who does it.
That change in identity, it's huge. When you go from I'm trying to I am, everything shifts.
One thing that helped me personally was setting what I call a minimum habit. Like, on the worst day possible, I'll still listen to 2 minutes of English.
Oh, I love that. That's like having an umbrella ready for the rainy days. You're preparing your future self to win even when it's hard.
Exactly. And those 2 minutes might seem like nothing, but they tell your brain, I didn't give up. I showed up.
That mental message is powerful because you're building trust with yourself. You start to believe, I'm the kind of person who keeps going.
And you don't need to have a perfect streak. You just need to keep coming back.
Which is why I always say consistency is stronger than intensity. Doing 10 minutes every day beats 2 hours once a week.
Yes, that's why so many people burn out. They try to be perfect, do too much, then give up completely.
But if you train yourself to do a little often, it becomes part of you, like a muscle you build over time.
And the thing is, when you treat consistency like a muscle, you don't try to lift 100 kilos on day one.
Exactly. You don't walk into the gym and say, I'll lift everything today. You start small and grow strong.
Same with English. You start with maybe 5 minutes a day, shadowing, repeating, reading, and soon it feels normal.
That normal feeling is the magic moment, when something that felt hard or awkward now feels natural.
One of my students used to say, at first I felt silly talking to myself in English. Now I can't stop.
Love that. And honestly, that kind of practice Just talking out loud, even to yourself, is one of the most effective tools.
It is. We call it shadowing, right? You listen to a native speaker and repeat after them, matching their tone and rhythm.
And you don't need to understand everything. Just keep going. Focus on the flow, not perfection.
I always tell people, don't wait to be perfect to start, because starting is what makes you better.
Yes. And let's talk about triggers, like how to link new habits to existing routines.
Ah, good one. This works so well. Like, I drink tea every morning, so I made a rule. Right after tea, I review one English phrase.
That's brilliant. It's like giving your brain a cue. T equals time to learn.
Exactly. It removes the decision-making process. You don't have to think. It's automatic.
One of mine is walking. Every time I go for a walk, I pop in my earphones and play an English podcast.
That's a great trigger. It's like stacking your habits together. One habit becomes the key to another.
And here's the best part. Once the trigger is locked in, it doesn't use your willpower anymore. It just happens.
You know, I read somewhere that the brain loves patterns. So if we give it a rhythm, it relaxes and flows.
Rhythm. I like that word. Learning English has a rhythm too. You just have to find yours.
Yes. And we don't all learn the same way or at the same speed. That's totally fine.
That's why we say don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20.
Preach. Everyone's on their own path. Focus on your next step, not someone else's destination.
That said, don't be afraid to challenge yourself a little bit. Stretch that consistency muscle.
Like micro-challenges. For example, today I'll say 3 sentences out loud, even if I feel tired.
Or, before I check social media, I'll write 1 new phrase in English. These are like mini games with yourself.
Yes. And when you win the mini game, you feel good. That builds momentum.
And when you repeat that momentum enough, it becomes who you are.
That's what we're after, right? Making English not just something you study, but something you live. I love that you said live English, because that's the whole point. Make it part of your daily life, like brushing your teeth or cooking dinner.
Yes, it doesn't have to be dramatic. In fact, the most effective habits are often the quiet, repetitive ones.
That reminds me, real progress usually looks boring. It's not Instagram-worthy, but it works.
So true. Nobody posts a picture of themselves repeating the same sentence 10 times. But that's where the magic happens.
Honestly, that's where fluency is built, in the boring repetition, not in one big moment, but in small daily ones.
I think people expect learning to feel exciting all the time, but it's okay to be bored sometimes. Boredom doesn't mean failure.
In fact, boredom is a sign that you've entered the zone where things start to stick. It means you're not relying on novelty anymore.
And that's powerful, because if you only practice when it's exciting, you'll stop the moment it's not.
Exactly. That's why I like to track even the boring wins. Like, hey, I did my 5 minutes today. Gold star.
I do the same. I have a little notebook. I write down what I did each day, just a line or two. It keeps me accountable.
It also reminds you of how far you've come. When you look back at a week or a month, it's like, wow, I really showed up.
Yes, even on those days when you feel like nothing is working, those little marks prove that you're still moving.
And let's not forget about micro rules, those little agreements you make with yourself to stay on track.
I love micro rules. They remove the mental drama. You don't have to think or decide. You already have a rule.
Like, no Netflix until I finish 5 minutes of English. Simple, effective, and no excuses.
Or no coffee until I say 3 sentences out loud. That one gets me moving every time.
Same here. It's like tricking your future lazy self. You protect your consistency from your own distractions.
I always tell learners, discipline isn't about punishing yourself. It's about designing your life to support your goals.
That's a great way to put it. It's not about being strict. It's about being smart.
And flexible. Because let's be honest, bad days will come. You won't always have energy or time.
But that doesn't mean the day is lost. That's when you fall back on your minimum essential habit.
Yes. Even if it's just 60 seconds of listening or reading one sentence, it still counts.
That's the mindset shift. I don't disappear, I just adjust.
Ooh, that's powerful. Because when you don't disappear, you preserve the habit. You keep the flame alive.
And the flame doesn't need to be a bonfire every day. Sometimes it's just a little spark, and that's enough. You know what's really cool? Once you commit to showing up, just a little each day, you stop arguing with yourself.
Yes! You stop thinking, should I study today? And just do it. Like brushing your teeth. You don't debate it. You just go.
And eventually, it stops feeling like learning English and starts feeling like being yourself in English.
That's the real goal. Not perfection, but confidence and connection with the language and with other people.
And you don't get there overnight. You get there through daily actions, repeated with purpose.
Little by little, your brain rewires. You stop seeing yourself as a learner and start seeing yourself as a speaker.
And you are. Even if you only say 5 words today, that's 5 more than yesterday.
People don't realize how powerful small steps are. They compound, they build, they transform you.
That's why we say, don't aim for big leaps. Just keep showing up. Consistency is the big leap done slowly.
You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be the kind of person who shows up.
Every single day. Even tired, even busy, even distracted. Just show up.
And if today's a bad day, that's okay too. Do your minimum. That's still a win.
I think that's one of the biggest mindset shifts. I'm not failing, I'm adjusting.
Let's say that again for the people in the back. You're not failing, you're adjusting.
So wherever you are on your journey, just keep going. We're cheering for you every step of the way.
Seriously, if no one told you this today, you're doing great. Keep showing up, keep going.
And hey, we want to hear from you. Leave us a comment and tell us where in the world you're watching from.
We love seeing all the different countries represented here. This global community is amazing.
Big shout out again to @Mashra Shemengesha 8882 from Ethiopia. Thank you for being part of the show.
Yes, and in the next episode, we'll send greetings to even more of you. So don't forget to comment your location.
And if you're enjoying this podcast, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Every like and comment helps us reach more learners around the world, and we truly appreciate your support.
Also, if you want to download today's key points, we've made a simple PDF summary. You'll find the link in the description. It's perfect for review, note-taking, or sharing with a study partner. Totally free and easy to use.
So go grab that PDF, stay consistent, and keep building your English one small step at a time.
You've got this. We believe in you, and we're excited to see your progress.
Thanks for being with us today on the English Talk Show podcast.
See you next time, and until then, remember, keep showing up.